Not long ago, people used to only be able to make their phone calls with this instrument. Today, we walk around with phones in our pockets. What makes this small smartphone able to take pictures, show videos, play music, wake us up at the right time, and be a telephone that allows us to speak to people on the other side of the world? The answer lies in this small object called a silicone chip. The silicone chip is like a tiny brain. It is made up of thousands of electronic circuits that can hold large quantities of information and perform mathematical and logical operations. A silicone chip is made from one of the most common materials in the world, silica sand. It is the same sand which is melted to make glass. Silica sand is mined and purified at high temperatures and filtered until it forms a large silicone crystal. This crystal is 99% pure silicone. This is very important as even the tiniest impurities will affect the ability of the silicone chip to carry information. Next, the silicone crystal or ingot, which weighs up to 100 kilograms, is placed under a saw which cuts ultra-thin slices called silicone wafers. As these wafers are thinner than a human hair, the cutting is done in a closed unit. Once inside the silicone chip factory, workers have to wear protective clothing to ensure that there are no impurities. The air is kept 1,000 times cleaner than even a hospital operating room. Once the wafers have been polished, they are ready to be etched and turned into miniature electronic brains. There can be up to 1,500 processing steps in making the layers of transistors and intercommunications which form the electronic circuits. All of this happens in closed units. This is because the slightest speck of dust can influence the working of the silicone chip. The silicone chip production machine operator monitors the process by observing gauges, meters, computer printouts, and video monitors. They have to understand the manufacturing process and be able to notice detail and work accurately. An interest in science and technology is very important. Almost every household appliance, from washing machines to television sets, have a silicone chip in it. The electronics in most vehicles also depend on the small piece of equipment. South Africa currently does not have its own silicone chip manufacturing plant, and silicone chips are imported. Silicone chip manufacturing is a growing industry as our world is increasingly run by these small electronic brains made of sand.